Welcome to Portland, Mars. Within our team, we have 6 or 7 folks from SRM. The Nines has, I think, 4 or 5. When you begin a project, it is important to have a fence around the yard. And so we knew that fence it had to be a science or science fiction theme. We wanted to do something that was different. And also we wanted to have a local angle. So how do we tie in Portland? How about Portland, Mars? There are over 30 cities named Portland in the world, so it would be very relevant to have a Portland Neptune, Portland Mars. What the Nines came back with is gingerbread style structures. And they've also done a lot of this before, so they were providing some examples of what they can do.
The space theme, we've got some completely different shapes than I've ever worked with, so not looking for gabled roofs or anything like that. It's not just making something look Christmassy, it's making something look futuristic. There's absolutely some experimentation.
We shared a presentation of 50 to 60 images to help inspire us. What are we going to depict on Portland, Mars? Why not play off of PDX Airport? They make it fun. It started over a pool table at the Nines. Oh. The nod to the Portland carpet.
I'm sure the carpet will be there.
And they're going to create some of these scenes and pieces, and then we'll all be there for the big build in November. Designers can work in different ways. Personally, I like to just hop on the computer and start to research images and work in Illustrator, but there's always the napkin thumbnail sketch. We did design a color style guide, which will help the Nines and some of the colors they're using on the materials.
There are lots of foods that lend natural color, like cocoa powder, beets. And when you add those kind of things to gingerbread, you get really great natural color that looks a lot like Martian terrain.
A lot of collaboration involved. These are some of the renderings that were put together. It's going to be a cutout, so you'll get to look inside of the port. It's creating a bunch of scenes, kind of like a dollhouse. Down here, this is to scale. This being the top level, this is actually a to scale foam core, a model. A lot of this will be wood, but we'll have gingerbread walls surrounding it all. They want to make sure that be able to withstand the size and the weight. We're also going to work with the Nines to get them exact dimensions so they can start to build the sheetrock gingerbread walls that are going to make the whole thing stand up.
Gingerbread is something that you can bake and it dries out and it will stay up as long as it's properly supported. There will be internal structure in a lot of it. The glue that we'll be using will be royal icing, which is also built to last.
It needs to be 75% edible materials. And anything that's not edible should really be hidden. So it looks like it's mostly like 95%.
It doesn't have to be tasty, but I don't like working with stuff that's not tasty. The entire visible surface of the build will be edible, and it'll probably smell really good too. We are pushing the boundaries a little bit with this structure, but working with architects, so they provide the structure and I'll decorate it. The way we've designed this building really lends itself to baking sheets and cutting so that we get some nice precise corners. You cut after it's baked. You let it bake fully so that you can cut it and it's a solid piece. And then you bake it again so it gets nice and dried out.
They've done this countless times.
At different hotels, I've worked on gingerbread holiday pieces for years. It's one of my favorite things to do. Not only do I love the holidays, but I love building things. I think I could have been an architect in another life. Big gingerbread projects are really fun for me. It'll have a lot more internal structure than I'm used to. And we've really got a really creative team, so there's a lot of different problems to solve on this one.
This is for the parents as well as the kids. So there is a retro element as well to this, absolutely.
We were really inspired by the Journey to Space exhibit, the thoughts of people living on Mars. I think there will be some nods to pop culture. We don't plan to use a lot of purchased candies. We really plan to make everything ourselves. There's going to be a lot of detail work and space to fill, so that's the tough part.
I don't know what to expect on build day, to be honest.
So we want to get this covered in. Today is day 1 of the build. Today is all about construction, figuring out the lighting, making sure all the pieces fit together perfectly.
Like a puzzle. And it all worked.
And we all come together as a team and solve all the problems. It's perfect.
We still have a ways to go with building and putting it all together, but I think we're going to be okay. And we're looking forward to Friday, which is going to be the decoration day. Mostly at this point, it's up to the bakers.
The structure fits together perfectly. It's really well engineered. It's going to stay up and be strong for the whole 6 weeks. It's insulation foam. It's really lightweight, so we're not adding weight to the table, but it also expands in kind of an organic way, so it'll give us a good Martian landscape.
It just expanded to engulf the whole area. There's also the allowance for electricity and lights. So we're going to work in electricity as well.
The lighting might interact with all the edible stuff. It's surprising and unexpected. There it is. Yep. It's a cookie. It's the biggest cookie I've ever made. Grab the cords and bring them that way. It is the Portland sign welcoming people to Portland, Mars.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
That's cute! This is the first time that I've ever put electronics in a cookie. Yes, absolutely.
This has been an amazing experience, and it was great working with the team from Urban Farmer as well. Great idea.